I get there's frustration in Leafland right now. I just don't get where it's pointed at. The Toronto Maple Leafs continue to fall farther and further out of the playoff conversation in the NHL, and the conversation is getting louder and louder around what's wrong. And I think that a lot of that is being directed at the wrong place. Right now, a lot of the talk that you are hearing around the Toronto Maple Leafs is, oh, Craig Berube, is he on the hot seat? Could Craig Berube be the one who's on the way out? A couple reasons why I think this is silly to have this conversation. One, just from a realistic standpoint, it feels like this guy's pretty insulated right now. Now, it's the Leafs, it's the NHL, it's sports. That can change very, very quickly. But it really does sound like he was a big part of kind of the circle of trust at the beginning of the season out in Toronto, and a big part of a lot of the decisions that were made. So, should there be a little bit more accountability there? Probably. Will there be? I don't think so. The other part of it, though, is I don't know how you look at him as the problem in Toronto at this particular time. I do kind of understand the argument of, well, hey, a lot of your top players are underperforming. So obviously the coach is not putting them in the best situation to succeed. But you look at a coach that just took this team to a game 7 against the team that went on to win the Stanley Cup. You took away one of the more important players on the roster, replaced it with third and fourth line type of players, and now you're wondering why he isn't getting the most out of his guys. I don't know how you make a roster worse in the offseason, have worse results, and then think, well, it's obviously the coaching, especially when you're looking at the issues that the Leafs are having. It is on the defensive side of things. It is getting the puck out of their zone, and it is trying to get that kind of chemistry going with their top players. Mitch Marner was obviously at the center of all of that. And to now have him be this player that everyone was kind of dumping on, and now seeing that he was maybe the thing that kept that whole house of cards as tall as it was, has to be pretty vindicating for him. But again, I just don't know how you put this on Craig Berube. Now, I think it is a mistake that they have kind of split up a lot of like Nylander up there with Matthews trying to get him going. It hasn't really worked. I feel like there have been some times where they've kind of course corrected a little bit too much to try to change things, to try to get Auston Matthews going. At the end of the day, Nylander needs to play better. Matthews needs to be better. And they probably need to make a couple moves to make this roster better. I just don't think firing the coach is going to be the move that gets them where they need to get to. But what do you guys think? Am I just off? Is Craig Berube really the problem keeping the Toronto Maple Leafs from this euphoric land of goals and success in the NHL? Let me know in the comments.